My name is Terry. I'm so very fly. Oh my, it's a little bit scary. Na na na, Diva is a female version of a hustler, of a hustler, of a hustler. They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me wax on. I go back up here, turn my swag on, take a look in the mirror, say what's up. Should arrest you or whoever trusts you, ain't gonna stress you, but I'ma let you know, girl, you be killing them, you be killing them, girl, you be killing them.
We are here today in the year of 1860, about to discover the election results that will mold our country's future.
The Democratic Convention were unable to argue upon the presidential candidate. Northerners and Southerners in the party held different positions on the slavery issue. When delegates from 8 Southern states walked out of the convention, the meeting was adjourned. 2 months later, the Northern Democrats reassembled and nominated Stephen A. Douglas of Illinois for president. The Southern Democrats then picked John C. Breckinridge of Kentucky. Meanwhile, Abraham Lincoln of Illinois won the Republican nomination. A 4th candidate, John Bell of Tennessee, was chosen by the Constitutional Union Party. Each of the candidates had a different attitude towards slavery. Stephen A. Douglas, who again was the Northern Democrat, supported the idea of popular sovereignty.
George Sobel here, ABC News 7. Over here with Mr. Bell. Mr. Bell, how do you feel about slavery?
Well, Mr. Bell, can we have an interview?
Never!
Mr. Bell, we're going to get an interview whether you like it or not.
Shut up!
That's plan B.
No! Not the bag! Ow! Hurts my stomach. This is uncomfortable.
Mr. Breckinridge, can we please have an interview? Please, Mr. Breckinridge. Daniela, plan B.
Mr. Douglas, can we please have an interview?
No.
Please, Mr. Douglas?
No, get away from me.
Mr. Douglas.
Where are we? I'm so confused. What's going on?
So none of you wish to speak to me peacefully, so I had no choice but to use force. Now, Mr. Douglas, what is your platform?
Why should I tell you?
Well, because I asked so nicely.
With all due respect, that question seems a little broad and difficult to answer.
All right, fine. We'll start with some easier questions. What's your previous political experience?
It's funny you should ask. You see, I actually chiefly designed the Compromise of 1850, despite the fact that Henry Clay is given much of the credit because, you see, they needed his name. Also, I dominated the Senate. Yeah, dominated throughout the 1850s.
And what party exactly are you running for?
I'm from Illinois and I'm a member of the Northern Democracy. I was elected during the second convention called by the North after the Southern delegates so rudely walked out on the first one and refused to come to the second one.
Very well. And what are your thoughts on popular sovereignty?
It's absolutely perfect and flawless in every way. There is no better way to determine the fate of a state or any other various issues. The people which the laws are affecting most are basically choosing exactly what they want to happen, and the government can't tell them yes or no.
That's very interesting. Now the major question we're all wondering about. What are your thoughts on slavery?
Well, as I said before, I'm a large proponent of popular sovereignty. Now, I did support the Supreme Court's conclusion in the Dred Scott case. However, this is not to confuse my patronage of the verdict with a pro-slavery ideology. I simply believe that although this was ruled in favor of slavery, it would not affect the people in the territory as greatly as everyone expected. And they could simply vote for new laws through popular sovereignty if they wish to change it.
Go.
Very well. Now I direct the same 2 questions to the 2 of you, since Mr. Douglas, you've been so compliant.
Now, why should we tell you anything?
Because I'm a very dedicated reporter, and I will go to any measures to get what I need to stay ahead in this business.
Okay, fine. I will talk. My name is John Cabell Breckinridge, and I practiced law for many years prior to being elected into the House of Representatives from 1851 to 1855. Shortly following, I was nominated vice president under James Buchanan. After the Democrats split in two over the slavery issues, I selected Trump for president for the Southern Democracy Party. Now, on the issue of slavery, clearly, as I am running as the Southern representative, I am pro-slavery and firmly believe that it will be simply unconstitutional to even vote on this issue through popular sovereignty. If the people choose to make the territories anti-slave, not only will it upset the already unstable 50-50 split of slave and anti-slave states, but it will be unlawful and against the rights of slave owners to force them to renounce their slaves.
Mr. Breckenridge, can you please explain why you're so pro-slavery?
This country was founded on slavery, and it should stay that way forever.
This is all very eye-opening. Now yourself, Mr. Bell?
Yeah, anything you need.
Wonderful. It's simple. I just need you to answer the questions I previously asked the other two candidates.
No problem. To start, similar to Breckenridge, I was a student and a law practitioner. Then, from 1827 to 1841, I was a member of the House of the Representatives. Over those years, from 1834 to 1835, I was the Speaker of the House. I'm nominated by the Constitutional Union Party. I personally believe that the laws established by the Constitution should be enforced and followed to the fullest extent, and that prevailing document is what truly should rule the country. As for slavery, I refer you back to the Constitution and have no further comment.
Excuse me?
I don't recall slavery as being an issue, so I have no real comment.
What in the world are you talking about? This is the most influential topic in this country and in this election. How could you possibly just dismiss it the way you are?
I, along with the Constitutional Union Party, believe that the preservation of the Union, at all costs, is the most important topic of the current election, despite any and all sectional differences.
Alright. Anyway, gentlemen, I am very sorry that things came to this magnitude, but you have been very helpful, and I look forward to speaking with you in the future in a much easier manner. You are all free to go. And that's all. That's all for me, Chet Shenashington, Fox News.
Thank you, Chip. Now we jump to a much more congenial candidate standing by with Christabel. Honest Abe Lincoln. Action.
Thank you. So, Abe, can I call you Abe?
Of course, Christabel.
So, Abe, why are you the best man for the job?
Well, you see, I ran and was elected 4 successive terms in the Illinois legislature's lower house until 1841. I then served the U.S. House of Representatives for a single term of 1847 to 1849. I later chose to pursue a career in law before returning as a member of the Republican Party for the 1860 election. Also, I plan on improving many things in office, such as refining roads and making canals a lot easier to navigate.
Go.
It seems like you have a long career, full of experience, which can help you tremendously if elected president, along with an extremely intuitive plan to improve this great country.
I certainly hope so, Christabel.
Now, the big question. What is your stance on slavery?
My stance on slavery is sort of neutral. As a Republican candidate, I pledge not to extend slavery into any of the new territories acquired by the United States. However, I also pledge not to abolish slavery from any southern states in which slavery is currently present. Therefore, a vote for Lincoln is a vote for the best of both worlds.
Well, there you have it, America. A vote for Lincoln is a vote for happiness. For Fox News, Christabel Smith.
Thank you, Christabel. Now, America, the decision is yours.
I won! I'm president. I'm finally president. After all this time of campaigning, Abraham Lincoln is president of 1860.
Hey, Abe, how do you feel about that?
I feel great. I'm president of the United States. I'm so excited to bring in all my new ideas, and I know it's going to be hard, but I'm ready to make sacrifices for this country.
Awesome.
Wait,
Just
I'm not
wing
ready
it,
yet.
just
I'm
wing
not
it.
ready yet.
Such a big ordeal.
No. Were you gonna say something?
I didn't say it. I asked you an interview.
No, don't ask me until he gets close.
We are here today in the year 1860. Matt, I swear to God,
That is so much better than yours. Are you kidding? That's good. That's good.
And we'll just walk in and you'll be behind me. And it's like, Mr. Douglas, can we please have an interview? I'm like, no. No, get away from me.
This is all very eye-opening. And you, Mr. Bell?
Yeah, anything you need.
Wonderful. It is. Oh,
Stop. Why
Margaret.
you make something?
Mother.
The future of our country.
Ready, set, go. It seems like you have a long experience.
Alright, just start again. Start, go.
Alright, ready, set.
Action. Action, go. I'm recording. I'm not even kidding. We're 6 seconds in right now.
Turn it off.
No, I'm not stopping. Go.
Start a new one. I'm not gonna do it.
You'll just.
Turn it off.
No, I'm not stopping. Go.
Turn it off.
No, I'm not stopping. Go.
Start a new one. I'm not gonna do it.
You'll just. Why? Alright, fine.
Start anew.
Alright, just tell me when to go.
Go.
It seems like you never turned it off.
Yes, I did. I stopped and started it. Go. We're at 7. Go.
We're here in the election of no. One more. Okay, so we need an interview. It was. Margaret, you can't laugh. Wait, hold on. Well, you ruined it by going, hey, hold on. But